Hello and welcome to the MLA lecture for English 111. Yes, this is about MLA. This is, what the heck is MLA? Well, let's show you. So MLA, it stands for the Modern Language Association. That is a group of people who got together and decided how should we standardize how papers are formatted for different reasons. And it sets the standard for formatting so that the focus can be on the content. What's the big deal? Why do we even have this? So again, MLA means a certain type of formatting. Well, the whole idea behind this is imagine that you are going to look at a football field. Now, if you go to watch a football game in, I don't know, Florida, and then you go to watch a football game in, let's say, Seattle, you're going to see the football field is set up exactly the same. So when they play on the field, you know exactly where they're going for. In Florida, they're not going to have this end zone go way over here, or there's not going to be only 40 yards instead of a 50-yard line. Okay, so now if you're playing football, and let's say you were going to show up to play a football game, and instead of finding a football field, you found, I don't know, how about this kind of a field? A football, or I think this is like field hockey or something. It would be very challenging to play football on this field properly because it's not set up properly. It's just, you could try to play it. It's still a field. But what's going to be is it's going to be confusing because it's not set up properly. So the whole idea behind MLA formatting is that you're going to set up your paper properly so people can focus on the content and not worry about the format. So the formatting standards for MLA, and everything you're going to write for this class will be MLA, is that everything is typed double-spaced. Typed and double-spaced. You don't handwrite MLA formatting. It uses Times New Roman font, size 12. Uses the MLA formatting standards, which we'll see in a few minutes. Yeah. So, about the page length. When it comes to page length, sometimes your teacher will say, write a 4-page paper, or write a 3-page paper, or whatever. Well, you can do all sorts of tricky stuff to make your page lengths different based on several things. So MLA kind of avoids that. So if I write a 3-page paper in MLA format, that's equivalent to somebody else writing a 3-page paper in MLA formatting. So this is kind of what MLA formatting looks like. This is a general overview. So again, this here is in double-spaced. It's all double-spaced. MLA formatting, yeah. Okay, that's Times New Roman. Now, notice how everything is kind of like this. So if you want to get tricky, you're like, ooh, I want to make my paper longer because I don't have enough. Well, you could maybe, I don't know, make the font a lot bigger, change the distance between stuff, and bring in the margins. Yeah, that's not good. Okay? That way, that's bad. It's like playing on the wrong field. So you can't do that. That's cheating. That's not MLA formatting. So the page layout basically looks something like this. Okay. Now, I want you to notice a few different things here. First of all, let's look at this part. At the top of the page, over here on the left-hand side, you have, this is the student's name. In this case, it's page writer. Under that is the teacher's name. Make sure you use the teacher's title, professor, doctor, whatever. Okay, just don't put their name. Make sure you use their title. That helps it being confused, keeps confusion from happening. That way you know that's the teacher, so that's the student, that's the teacher. Then you put the class number. If you really want to make your professor happy, you also put the section number. And then you put the date. Now look, the date is in a very particular format. It's the day, the month, then the year. The day, the month, and the year. This is all double-spaced. This is Times New Roman. In addition, we have the header, which has got the student's last name, a space, and then the page number. Okay, so that's what it should be. Then you have the title. Now the title is centered on the screen. Now this is a really, really long title. The thing about the title is that it's not bolded, it's not underlined, it's not in quotations, it's the same thing. All the words are, the first letter of every word is capitalized, except for the words that are extremely common. So how college writing differs from high school. Okay, notice that the from is not capitalized because it's kind of a common word. Essays, that's not very common. Welcome uncertainty, and it's not that common word. Seek out. I know it looks weird, like what are you doing? Rule of thumb is if you think the word is extremely common, just make it lowercase. And then you start the paper itself, which is then indented, and then it just goes from there. Now notice, again, everything is double spaced. It's all double spaced. It's all the same font. There's not huge gaps anywhere. Also notice that it's exactly 1 inch from the top and 1 inch from the side to side. At this point in time, you may be freaking out like, how do I do this? It's okay. There is a video which I have put on Moodle which will show you how to do this, and I'll show you that in just a second. So, again, formatting help. So how do you do this? Okay, now you know you have to do it, but how do you do it? Well, let's go to Moodle. Here's our Moodle page. And you will notice that I've got a few different things. Under Resources, if you go to Resources right here, boom. Okay, and it's going to load up the different things. Here's a bunch of different things we're going to be doing. Okay. To see how to set up the start of an MLA paper, watch this. So what you do is actually you will watch this video. It walks you through step by step of how to set up your paper in Word. It shows you how to set the margins, how to set the font, how to set it to double spaced. It shows you everything. Watch this video. It'll help you immensely. In addition, on this page there is also an MLA formatting example right here. So if you click on this, it shows you what an MLA paper should look like. Okay? So like again, there's the header, there's the name of the student, the professor, the class, the date in the right format, there's the title, and then you start writing the paper. If your paper doesn't look like this, you're doing it wrong. Okay, so that's important. So those are the tricks of how to use MLA formatting. That's just to set it up. Now, later on, we'll get into how you cite sources. So if you're going to quote something in an MLA paper, there's a certain way you have to do that. We won't be showing you that in this video. Instead, we'll just show you how to set it up. That's how we do it. So there is the MLA Formatting Lecture. You're welcome.